First off, for those who are single, I feel almost like if you've been, out there dating, you're really narrowing down your options. And I feel like the beginning of this honeymoon stage, where you're getting to know another person and you have like a lot of commonalities in terms of family upbringing, personal values, career track as well. So, for example, if you're a student, you're meeting somebody who's also a student in the same field that you're studying. If you, for example, are a nurse, you're meeting somebody in the medical profession, somebody who really understands what it's like to work in an emergency setting, what it's like to care for other people, and what it means to kind of like put your needs second and put your patients first, okay? And then I also feel like family values, similarities when it comes to upbringing. So if you were born overseas and you had to come here to another country to kind of like readjust, learn a new language, assimilate into a new culture, most likely the person you're coming in across, they have to deal with the same things. So I see a lot of similarities between you and another person in terms of life experiences, and it, in terms shapes your worldview and your values. And what we have here at the center of the spread is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant deals with family, it deals with values, it deals with all the things that goes into building a relationship. Okay, and I feel like there's a lot of commonalities and similarities between you and a crush or you and a relationship partner, where the two of you are starting to build something together. I see this greatly about it's weird, but the message is the gender roles are falling into place. Okay, so I see some people that have to bear the weight of the relationship. So, for example, your partner has fallen on some hard times, and you were like the sole breadwinner. And then if your partner has been ill, you had to take care of the kids, you had to go to work, you had to take care of everything. And so somebody is coming into a lot more abundance here with the Sun card. They're getting, the job that they want. They're getting a little bit more of a larger pay increase, or they're starting to work again. Their vitality is also, they're healing from whatever it is that was plaguing them. And as a result of it, I feel like everyone is contributing to the relationship equally. And so you're not all alone dealing with, bearing the brunt of that relationship struggle. Okay. So things are really smoothing themselves out in the love sector. Things are also really evening out when it comes to who's doing what and who's contributing what. And I feel like the imbalances in the relationship, if there has been some, it's definitely getting sorted out and strengthened out. Okay. Like straightened out, excuse me. The way that you come into this week here, we have the Strength card. And this is you stepping up when the partner is down. This is like a person who's really, really strong, and they're fearless, okay? I feel like Pisces, you guys are usually a little bit timid, but when you love somebody, you don't mind getting your hands dirty to take care of whatever it is that needs to be done. You don't mind making the sacrifices for the long-term gains. And you do things and you don't complain, you don't whine, and you don't, keep scores between you and your partner. So I see a lot of you having to take care of multiple responsibilities at home on the domestic front, as well as in the public sphere, where your reputation precedes you. People see you as a major player in your field, and they see you as someone who's very who's not impulsive. You think things through before you act on them. And so I feel like your partner sees a lot of things in you, and your partner, you might be dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Your partner is very touched by your resilience, your fortitude, and the manner, the strength that you exude, where you take care of things and you get things done and you don't complain and whine over it. And so they're very touched, and they see you as somebody that, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, because when times are rough, they don't run away. When resources are scarce, they make the most of it. They're resourceful. And when I'm down, they really take care of me. So I feel like you're dealing with someone who's not only attracted to you, but they're very drawn to the person that you are. They're very drawn to your strength of character. And they know that if they're with you, no matter what, through thick and thin, we're going to rough it out. We're going to be around because the Pisces person will be there for me. And I feel like that is a really beautiful, touching moment. So something is happening this week where they start to see you for the wonderful person that you are. So if they have taken you for granted, or if they have not shown that appreciation towards you, they're going to show it, and you're going to be very touched by the strength of their expression. Okay. So I definitely see some relationships moving to the next level. And then I also feel as well, if you've been waiting on somebody who was in another relationship, or they're like, dealing with the tail end of a separation or a divorce, they're going to be walking away. So they're going to be like, this is moving away from something that we've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy into. And it's going to be an emotionally destabilizing process, but I feel like with this Two of Pentacles, it's more like, let's divide up our assets. Let's not beat around the bush anymore. Let's not pretend that this relationship can work, and let's just divide up our assets so that we can clearly and cleanly move away from each other. So if you've been waiting for that to happen, I feel like your partner is going to take initiative to, extract themselves from some previous situation, from an ex, from a spouse that they've been separated from, and finalizing those divorce papers. And then if they've been dealing with some type of a divorce, then I feel like everything is being finalized so that your relationship with them can start. And so it's a really, really good, happy, conclusive type of energy that I'm picking up here. And for those of you who have also been, if you're like co-parenting, and you're dealing with children who are sick, or children who might have some type of disabilities too, I see you and your partner, or you and your ex-spouse, coming to some type of an agreement as to what we should do. Should we enroll the child in some type of a special needs program, or in some type of a special needs school? So there's like coming together to resolve issues. To even solve issues, or to solve some type of child rearing situation. And if you both have not really seen eye to eye, I feel like you're coming together to achieve a greater purpose, and the communication is not going to be conflictual as it was in the past. Okay. I see a lot of people nursing their partner back to health. I'm seeing a lot of people kind of like acting as the pillar of strength for their partner. And as a result of it, your partner is very, very much like very touched by you. And I see some people, if there has been financial difficulties, your partner is getting a job, your partner is getting a lot of traction on the professional front, and that's really going to ease the burden on you. Okay. So good week overall for relationships. In other areas of your life, I feel like you're going to be encountering a lot of suitors. And I know that, this is showing up here. What we have is the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. This is choices, decisions, but also a little bit of temptation from outside, okay? So people might be asking you, hey, are you single? Do you want to go on a date? Or so-and-so is interested in you. He or she wants to know if you're single. So I feel like there's a lot of attention kind of highlighted on you, okay? And I feel like for some of you, you're already in a relationship. You're already in a relationship, and you have a lot of people just coming at you, wanting to get to know you, wanting to take you on a date, showing their interest. And I feel like you're not really budging, mainly because you know what you have, and that you have a really good thing at home, or you have you have somebody that at least you're very interested in. And so you're declining these invitations, mainly because you understand, for those in coupled relationship, that it's a fleeting attraction. And you have something that is sure at home, or you're at a point where I feel like you're selective about who you date, which is not a bad thing, okay? I'm also seeing as well a financial windfall coming into the picture. And financial windfall can be a loan, reimbursements. I'm seeing some type of money that you have not been anticipating. So some big reimbursement that's coming back to you. So for those of you who have traveled recently, your company might be, they might say like, oh, we're only reimbursing 50%, but in fact, they're reimbursing 100%. Or there's some type of money coming through from financial institutions, from schools, student loans even, reimbursement for books for some of you who are in school, as well as childcare and things like that. So a lot of good news on the financial front coming into the picture for you. If you have been thinking about relocating even, I feel like there are some type of tax break, some type of a tax incentive in the new location, and you're doing research on that, okay? So the Six of Pentacles is all about financial windfall, money coming through from some type of an institution. It could be family, it could be work, it could be from the government. And I feel like it's something that you have not anticipated. It's coming out of the blue. And I feel like, you're sitting there minding your own business, and all of a sudden it comes in a very wondrous way that you didn't count on. So you're going to have some extra cash that's going to be lying around. My advice, though, is whatever money is coming in, I feel like it's coming in a time that you need it. And so you're feeling very, very abundant this week, and you're feeling like very elated, mainly because the relationship sector, I feel like, is smoothing itself out. Things are straightening out when it comes to love and relationship, and I feel like you're overflowing with a lot of love, and you're attracting a lot of abundance. I'm also sensing as well, for those who have been single, a big, big week. This is a really big week for wish fulfillment, okay? The Nine of Cups leading to the Ten of Cups, okay? So someone is offering you that 10 cups to kind of complete you. And we don't need another person to complete us, but what I feel is something that you've long awaited for, something that you've held out for, something that you're like, it's mine. I know it's going to come into the picture. It's coming into the picture. For some of you, it could be a big project, a client, a job. For others of you, it's highly indicative of a relationship. So like somebody that you might have had a lot of flirtation with, I feel like they're making their feelings known for you this week, okay? And I keep seeing multiple people, but I feel like you definitely have your eyes out for one person in particular, and that is the person that's going to be making this offer to you, okay? So a really beautiful week overall. Pisces, enjoy yourself, and I wish you all the best.